Hi Cancer, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your March 2016 forecast for the month. I am so excited to be here. It's a beautiful Southern California day, and I wanted to thank you for your subscriptions to my YouTube channel and for your support on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot, and for your donations and for choosing me to read for you. I love what I do. I'm obsessed with the tarot and astrology, so giving me the opportunity to read for you is a dream come true, so thank you. I'm using the Connolly deck, and it's a very Irish deck by Peter and Eileen Connolly. I thought the colors were very vibrant for our vernal equinox, very Celtic background design for St. Patrick's Day, so we're shuffling the Connolly deck during the astrological forecast. And let's start with the 5th of March. We have a Mercury transit. Mercury is heading out of Aquarius and into Pisces on the 5th of March. This is your 9th house of foreign travel. Since Mercury is direct, fabulous time to book voyages abroad or get on a boat, do a little cruise work. I've been looking into a little Mediterranean situation. I don't know, but 9th house is going the distance, not just local travel. So it's also certification, higher education. So getting your study on is important because Mercury is the planet of study and intellect and the mind and analysis and details, communication, writing, speech, all things that work well in school. So if you're going back to take a course, this is an amazing time in the beginning of March through about the 21st of March. And on the same day, the 9th house is also the law and legal matters. So a lot of pending legal situations can push forward when Mercury is in that sector. You'll hear more regarding the case or have more information, which is Mercury. On the same day, on the 5th, Mars, feisty, fiery planet of energy and stamina and aggression, moves into the sign of Sagittarius, where Saturn is stationed. Saturn's there through the winter solstice of 2017. And Mars entering this sector is excellent for the Cancerian's health because this sector of Sagittarius governs your health, your work regimen, and the hours within the structure of your daily routine. Also the house of pets, male pets with Mars. Maybe a few male puppies and kittens are coming into the mix. But this is also great for diet. For any of you Cancerians, I know being right on the cusp of the first day of Cancer, we love to nurture ourselves through pizza and pasta and butter and cream and all things fettuccine. So we like our comfort, our nurturing element of food. Now with Mars in the 6th house, you are working out. You're sweating. You want to expel a lot of energy. Mars is such a great planet for getting a move on. He's a catalyst energy. He lights a fire under your ass in the 6th house of routine and diet. So you'll have support with you if you're like me and getting on a treadmill or an elliptical trainer is like a nightmare. It's best to get out and hike if you're in an area that you can do that. That's such a great way to exercise and to shed some pounds and expel some of those calories. Okay, so Saturn in this 6th house, where you're really being restructured anyway, there's a limitation being put on you, Cancerians, because Saturn is here for 2.5 years and he'll be there through 2017. So you're finding what doesn't work well with your body anyway. You're already on this course of limitation, detox, eliminating certain foods, trying different diets, switching personal trainers, finding something that works for your body. You're already there. However, Saturn's going to retrograde on the 25th of March through August 13th. There's a Saturn review of a 7-degree space between the 16-degree mark of Sagittarius to the 9-degree mark. So look on your natal charts if you're lucky enough to have the time of your birth. If you're not, these very accurate for solar scopes. you're going through a review in that 7-degree area of Sagittarius, and it's probably in your 6th house if you're a if you're a Cancerian rising. But as a solar scope, it's really good to take note of your diet and exercise routine. Also, how you're working. Are you spending too much time in a certain element of work, of your job? Are you wasting too much time in the morning before you even get to work doing something? The routine of your day is what Saturn is tweaking. I thought his scoldingness was worth mentioning because a lot of Cancerians aren't getting to devour all of the sweet candies that they need to nurture themselves with. There's a lot of limitations being put on the diet. It's also eclipse season. We're eclipsing out bad patterns and habits and emotional patterns as well. On the 8th of March, we have our new moon total solar eclipse at 18 degrees of Pisces, where Mercury is stationed in this 9th house. So there's a fresh start to a course. We have the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Neptune, who naturally governs Pisces, and Chiron, the asteroid, the wounded healer, all in the 9th house of foreign travel, higher education, law, philosophy, religion, metaphysical energies, your belief system. A lot of information and communication of this 9th house. I think some of you Cancerians are planning trips and wanting to get out of the country, wanting to get out of what you're used to, switching up that routine. A few days later, on the 12th, Venus joins the party in Pisces. Venus is balance and harmony and love and money. So in the 9th house, you might have extra funds to get some of these courses that you wanted to take under your belt. You could feel balance in your philosophies. You could feel like you really have a hold on where you stand politically in the 9th house of that, politics. But solar eclipses are game-changing energies. They're more than just new moon energies. They could last several months, and you might have a trend of traveling that's coming into the picture for the next 6 months out of your country. On the 20th of March, we have our vernal equinox. Happy spring in the northern hemisphere and happy autumn in the southern hemisphere. The sun is entering Aries, and everything starts in Aries. The astrological wheel, the first day of our astrological year begins on the first day of spring. There's a lot of new beginnings happening in your career, Cancer. 10th house is retirement, career, recognition, status, name change, title change, promotion. Having the sun, the life force in this sector, the highest point of your astrological wheel, the 10th house next to your midheaven, in between your 9th and 10th house. This is huge for those of you looking to move up in work or looking for a fresh start in career. Your vernal equinox begins in the career sector, and the next day on the 21st, Mercury leaves that 9th house and enters your 10th house of career. So on the 20th and 21st consecutively, you have the Sun and Mercury in this sector. You're passing every interview that you apply for because Mercury is your speech. You're being received very well in the career sector. For those of you who have a lot of public speaking in your position, it's effortless. Mercury's direct in the career. You have a lot of attention thrown at you, limelight energy with the Sun and Mercury conjunct in your 10th house. New positions could be opening up for you or even made for you. I'm hearing that. A new position could be made for you. How special. On the 23rd, we have our full moon lunar eclipse at 3 degrees of Libra. This is bringing an ending in the 4th house of home, foundation, motherhood, the mother figure, maternal energy. Something is seen that needs to be seen in the 4th house of your environment, of your foundation, maybe where you come from. Maybe you're leaving your home environment. There could be an ending to the relationship with the mother figure at this time. I would hate to hear that, but full moons bring closure. And 3 degrees of Libra is the very beginnings of your 4th house. Please look at your natal charts, though, and please watch your ascendant sign. So there's a culmination with this eclipse. It's game changer. It could pick you up and put you in a new environment. If you're looking to move, if you're unsettled where you are, eclipses tend to relocate and revamp the situation. We still have our Jupiter-Pluto trine all through the month, and will continue to have that through the end of July. Jupiter stationed in Virgo, the earth sign, in your 3rd house of communications, and Pluto stationed in Capricorn, the earth trine, in your 7th house. A lot of intensity to your marriage relation or committed relationships right now with the intensity of Pluto. It's like do or die. Let's get to the cards and see what they have to say for you. There's a few things I wanted to tell you about. First, if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyalison.com, and I read all through the week. This is what I love to do. So if you'd like to book with me, you can select your desired reading length via the PayPal button and place your order, and I would get back to you in an email and send you some available appointment options. Also tomorrow, I'm uploading these tonight, on February 25th, I am returning as a special guest to Goddess Alive Radio, where I'll be taking callers live for an hour for free tarot tasters. So get in early enough, call in early enough to get in the queue. There is information on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot, as well as motherhouseofthegoddess.com. And lastly, I was just inducted as an instructor at motherhouseofthegoddess.com, and they have a school called Mystery School of the Goddess.net. This is an online course that I am writing and creating called The Magic of Tarot with Audrey Alison, using your intuition and divination. I'm very excited because this is my first online course. So if you haven't read with me, this is a way to connect, and you can take a course of mine where I'll be going over a lot of different facets of the tarot. But these are fully shuffled for you, Cancer. So let's get to the reading for March and see what your cards are for Cancer. I mean, in every reading, these cards are so on point. I was doing Leo right before you, and the Queen of Fire came up. Now I'm reading for Cancer. The Queen of Cups is here. You can't make it up. This is you, the Cancerian female, the nurturer, the psychic. I love the dolphin in the background here. Intuition. Let's see what else comes up. More cups. 6 of Cups. Oh, wow. And the 4th house. Nostalgia. Recalling your past, where you come from, your roots, your foundation. Feeling a little bit nostalgic for the mother figure. The 4th house of mother is prominent in March. Let's see what else comes up. 5 of Wands. He's taking a voyage pretty quickly. He's rushing. You do have that 9th house of foreign travel that's highlighted. But the 5 of Wands is a lot of creative energy as well. An artistic energy, needing to express something creatively. And let's see what else. You have a few outcome cards. Ooh, the Star. Look at him. This is such a spiritual card. There's a hummingbird in the corner. This is the card that represents Aquarius in the tarot. But the Star is enlightenment, spirituality, recognition, 10th house of recognition, promotion. The limelight. Oh, and I said that earlier. Wow, they really want you to know that. You're being seen. 5 of Pentacles. Your resources. You might have a little bit more than you suspect, or you're not seeing all that which is available to you. See how that cherub is pulling off her blindfold? She needs to become aware. That's what the full moon is for, full awareness. Oh, wow. And the Magician. Cancer. These are spectacular. Look at these cards. Oh, is this the same dude? Oh no, he's a little different, but the Magician, you have all the tools you need. You have everything you need on this table. Your sword, your cup, your coin, and your wand. All 4 suits. Everything you need is already at your reach to create a creative endeavor. The Magician and the Star, you have a rebirthing, a renewal. It could be of a creative process. It could be actually fertility. It could be the procreation, the 5th house of procreating, but it could also be a lot of entrepreneurial energies. And I know that this can't apply the same way to every Cancerian out there. So I'm hoping you pick certain pieces of this reading and they'll apply. If you're recalling your past, Cancer is reflecting back to where she came from, her younger days, his or her younger days. And I say she because I pulled the Queen of Cups to validate your reading. If you have lost your mother, know that she's very much around you in spirit, and you can relate to her, communicate with her that way. Also, you might want to write down, keep a pen by your bed and write down a lot of your dreams, because I feel like you're getting messages from spirit, but also being guided in your creative endeavors as to what steps to take. So you are very intuitive, Cancer. You're very psychic without looking at any placements of your moon in your 8th house or 12th house and things like that. But you have a very strong intuition, for just being you. The water sign, you're very receptive energy. You're an empath. And more Cancerians are than any other sign. So allow the past to come through if you can't help thinking about it, but also pay attention to where it's trying to lead you. It doesn't want you to go necessarily back there, but take where you've come from and use it to your future advantage, is what I'm hearing. Thank you so much for choosing me to read for you and for watching these videos. I'm wishing you a beautiful March, Cancer. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.